So we are here with this chapter light, children. So I was talking about the plane surface and the rough surface, isn't it? So just
Excuse me,
keep in
ma'am.
mind this surface is plane and this surface is rough. But what happens everywhere, what we were seeing in our surrounding, we do not find plane surface only. We have diffused surfaces also. So, and light is falling on all these surfaces. So, if it is falling on all these surfaces, the reflection which is seen on the plane surface will be regular reflection. And that we can see through this diagram. Like suppose I am drawing this ray. See, it will fall on the same plane surface. 2-3 rays are falling. It will again form the same type of angle with all these 3 rays. Okay. So this angle of measurement, this angle of measurement, and this angle of measurement will be equal. Clear? But what about the rough surface? The rough surface, the light ray will fall. Sometimes it will be here, sometimes on the upper layer of that surface, again on the lower layer, again on the upper layer, because it is not uniform. And so the angle which will be formed, that will not be equal. You will see that it is diffused. It will be going anywhere from the surface due to the surface on which it is falling. So is it clear to all of you? Plane and rough surface, regular and diffused
Yes,
reflection?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What? This will be your regular reflection. This will be your regular reflection, and this will be your diffused reflection. Is it clear, children, all of you? You are not going
Yes,
to get confused in this.
Yes,
Okay. Then we
Excuse
are
me,
going
ma'am.
to
Ma'am,
have.
some students are in the
Pardon?
Ma'am, some students are in the waiting room. Ma'am, they are saying to admit.
I'll allow all of them. It's okay? Okay. Now, here we have discussed plane surface for those who have joined late, plane surface and rough surface, and the reflection shown by the plane surface will be regular reflection, because we can see that the light ray which is falling on this, they will form a similar angle with all the rays which are falling on the plane surface. But those which are in the the rays which are falling on the you can say rough surface, they are all having their angle which is formed by the falling of the rays, and through the reflection that will be not similar, and that is why it will be called as diffused reflection. So the point is clear over here, children, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
we will move to the next point. The next point is that we have to discuss one activity, that what is the characteristic of the image formed by a plane mirror. Now children, first of all, you all just go through your practical visualization, that every day we are using our plane mirror for as a looking glass or for dressing up, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes,
what
ma'am.
do we see? What do we watch over there? That when we are standing in front of it, or we are standing at the back end of it, all the time we are getting the similar size of our image. When you stand, do you get a smaller in front, bigger in front, and smaller at the further end? ऐसा होता है क्या?
No, ma'am.
जब आप नजदीक जाते हो तो आप बड़े दिखने लगते हो मिरर में, प्लेन मिरर में.
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
you
ma'am.
are of your own
No,
size. You look
No,
as you
ma'am.
are. So if you are looking as you are, this activity is also based on that. What you have to do, you have to take one chessboard or a square board in which you are having squares of same sizes but different colors. Okay, so black and white or the chessboard will be appropriate. So you are going to put or fix a plain mirror over there, and you are going to put a eraser or a cutter, and you are going to just move it just nearer to the mirror or further to that mirror. So what will happen? The image of that cutter or rubber will be same, isn't it? Because we know that the plane mirror forms the same size of the image. Either it is put in front of it or it is placed at the farther end of it. Then do you have any questions or queries regarding this activity?
No, ma'am.
So this will be one characteristic. You have to remember that this is a characteristic of a plane mirror. What is it? That it will show the same size of the image. Either you are placing it in front of it or you are placing it at the further end of it. Clear? So this is just to show that how the plane mirror works or what are its properties, because the property varies in different types of mirrors, what we are going to study in the coming points. Okay. Now, next is your lateral inversion point. So, children, this lateral inversion every day in our day-to-day life we are experiencing, isn't it? Do you understand
Yes,
lateral
ma'am.
inversion?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is that? Tell me. What is that? What is lateral inversion? Don't talk among yourself. What is lateral inversion?
Ma'am, the left side of the object appears the right side.
Yes, very good. That your left hand appears to be your right hand
It's called
and
lateral.
right hand appears to be your left hand. And this can be only seen in your plane mirror. This is the characteristic. What are the two characteristics? If it is asked, what do you say? What do you say about the characteristic?
Ma'am, first characteristic is the image is always of the same size, and second is that the image appears in the lateral inversion.
Yes. So two characteristics are there, that the image appears in the lateral view. That means left side will be appearing as right and right side will be appearing as left. Then children, and the first one is the image of the same size. Now here,
Ma'am, your voice-
if you are having
जानवी
any
के mic से
disturbance,
बहुत voice आ रही है.
yes.
Ma'am,
But I want an interactive class. Those who want to speak, they will tell me. Children, those who have any disturbance, they will not be allowed to enter in the class. Take a just quiet corner of your house. Because if I am going to mute all of you, then we will not have an interactive class. I will not be able to know who is having what type of problem. Okay? Janvi, 7D, kindly please mute your mic. Those who are not interacting, they will mute their mic, because I don't want other children, those who are interested in just discussing. So next we will have this topic, characteristic. Three characteristics are there. That in plane mirror, always virtual image is formed. Now children, what is virtual image? Real and virtual.
Ma'am.
I have explained it in the class.
Ma'am, the
Very,
image formed back the mirror.
Ma'am, the apparent intersection of the reflected ray form the virtual image.
yes, what I told you, that when the two rays, when the two rays are when the two rays are actually meeting, then that is known as the real image. But if it is not meeting at a point on the screen, then that is known as virtual image. Clear? That is known as the virtual image. Okay, now children, here we will talk that we will come to the conclusion that there are three characteristics. What is the first characteristic? That it forms always a virtual image. Then this image of plane mirror is always of the same size as the object is placed far behind also. And the third one is that it shows lateral inversion. Okay, so all the three characteristics are clear to all of you or not? Tell me that.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
clear.
I'm going to ask. So you please
Yes,
note it down
ma'am.
anywhere. कहीं आप लोग लिख लीजिए इसको. Write down
Ma'am, it is
the
clear.
characteristics of plane mirror. Characteristics of plane mirror first. First is the image is always of the same size. The image is always of the same size as that of the object, as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Written?
Ma'am, could you please repeat it?
Okay.
And
Listen
repeat
again.
again.
The image is always of the same size. The image is always of the same size. The image is always of the same size as that of the object, as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Written, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes,
after
ma'am.
that, image of an second point is, this one is your second point. The image of the object formed by, a plane mirror cannot be obtained on the screen. That is, it is virtual image. That is, it is virtual image. Then, after that, image does not appear this is also one additional point. Image does not appear upside down, but it is always upright or erect. Third point, you write this one. Image does not appear upside down and is always upright or erect. Fourth point, the right side of the object appears as left in the image. The right side of the object appears left. And the left side of the object appears right, which is called as lateral inversion. Note it down, children.
Ma'am, fourth point, repeat again.
The right side of the object, appears as left in the image, and the left side of the object appears as right side of the image. This phenomenon is called as lateral inversion. This phenomenon is called as lateral inversion. Now, children,
Ma'am,
these points are clear. Yeah, you want me to repeat?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
Anybody?
ma'am, last point.
The right side of the object appears as left in the image. Similarly, the left side of the object appears as the right side of the image. We call this phenomenon as lateral inversion. We call this phenomenon as lateral inversion.
Done, ma'am.
Completed?
Completed, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now we will move to the next point. What is our next point? Laws of reflection. Now, children, before moving to laws of reflection, I want to just introduce some points. What are those points? That are the definition terms. Okay. So, before knowing the laws, we should know that what is the point of incidence, the incident ray, the reflected ray, all these terms we should know before knowing the laws. Okay. So, first of all, let us have a look on the, you can see your book also, but I am drawing on the blackboard also. Now here, just come to this point, or you can watch your book also. Come to this point here on the blackboard. Now the ray is coming, one light ray is falling. This point will be known as what? Tell me.
Ma'am, point of incidence.
Point of incidence.
Point of incidence.
Point of incidence.
Or any surface, whatever the ray is falling, that ray where it will fall, that will be known as point of incidence. Then after that, from here, as it is a plane surface, there will be a regular reflection. So it will be reflected in this way. So this will be called as what? This will be called as
Reflected ray.
Reflected ray.
What is this?
Reflected ray.
This is incidence ray.
Reflected ray.
Reflected ray.
Second thing that you have to keep in your mind, when you are drawing a, you can say ray, you will always put an arrow in the direction in which it is moving. If it is falling, then it will be towards the surface. If it is being reflected, then it will be away from the surface. Is it clear, this point?
Yes.
This is
ma'am.
point of incidence. So this will be your incident ray. This is from the incident ray point, the reflected ray will move, and that ray will be called as reflected.
Reflected.
Now, one imaginary line. This is not the actual line. This is the imaginary line. That is why I am putting it dotted. And this imaginary line will be called as normal. N.
Normal.
Okay, normal. And
Yes.
what does it do? It will divide the two angles into two halves. This will be your angle of incidence, and this will be your angle of reflection. Clear? The angle which is
Yes,
formed
ma'am.
by the incident ray and normal, that will be your angle of what?
Ma'am.
Answer should come from your side. children. Incidence. That will be your angle of incidence. And the angle which is formed by the reflected ray and normal, that will be your angle of
Angle
what?
of reflection.
Very good. Angle
Angle of
reflection.
reflection.
So is it clear? Clear? Points are clear? What all we have
Yes,
studied here? What all we have studied?
Yes,
Note down first. Point number 1.
Yes,
Point of incidence, normal, incident ray, reflected ray, then angle of incidence, angle of reflection. This is clear? Then one term is there, plane of incidence and plane of reflection. Now children, you all tell me that if the incident ray and reflected ray is coming from the same plane, then the plane of incidence and plane of reflection will be same or not?
Ma'am, same.
Same.
Ma'am,
because it is
same.
originating from the same
Same.
point. So this is your plane of incidence also,
same.
and this is your plane of reflection also. Both are coming from the same point. So it is clear that the plane of incidence and plane of reflection is same. Is it okay, children, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Questions, if you have, you tell me clearly, because we are going for the third time in this chapter, third or fourth time. If any queries, anybody you have, you clarify it just now. Okay, then there are two laws of reflection of light. Everything is working according to the rules. So here we will have laws of reflection also. What are those laws of reflection? First law, whatever you have studied, laws of reflection of light. So there are two laws of reflection. What are they? First is the incident ray, which is this ray, incident I. The normal at the point of incidence, this point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie on the same plane. This you have studied, you have seen here, isn't it? You have
Yes,
taken
ma'am.
incident ray,
Yes, ma'am.
normal at the
Yes,
point of
ma'am.
incidence, and reflected ray. They all lie on the same plane. So that becomes a rule. That is a rule on which all the activities of reflection are working. Then what is the second rule? The angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal to each other. Now you just watch, children. This angle, I will name it. Suppose I am putting A, I am putting B to this point, I am putting C. A, B, and N. This angle and this angle. Are they similar or not?
Ma'am,
Equal or
similar.
not?
Ma'am, similar.
Similar.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
similar.
similar.
Ha.
Ma'am,
Because
yes,
in-
ma'am. Similar.
because as this ray is falling on the plane mirror, that is why we are having the two angles similar. But what will happen if it is falling on a rough surface? Will these two angles be similar?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Because,
ma'am. They are
angle,
different.
these are of, you can say this will be distorted. The angle will not be regular. That will be diffused. Means the ray will be diffused. That is why the angle will not be similar. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then tomorrow's homework.
Can you
Just
repeat once again?
We are seeing that this is falling on a plane surface. The ray is falling on the plane surface. That is why both the angles are similar. But if it will fall on the distorted surface or rough surface, what will happen? The angle will not be similar. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So this is the second rule, that angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal to each other. Both are equal to each other. Is it clear to all of you children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So please note
Yes,
down.
ma'am.
Please note down your homework for tomorrow. And that should be memorized by all of you. Because unless and until you go through the topic what I have taught, you will not remember. You will just forget. So all of you note down first what you will learn. What is regular and diffuse reflection? What is reflection of light? Then what are the characteristics of plane mirror? What I have told you to learn today. Note down today so that you will learn also. Then after that, what are the laws of reflection of light and what are the important terms related to it? Is it clear? These are the points. I will just mention it in your on our WhatsApp also, but you go through. And then tomorrow we will have the other topic. In the meantime, let us discuss this.